Hello, this is Frank with Mathematical Boundaries, where math doesn't have to be a problem. Today we're going to be talking about rules of exponents and how they work. Exponents are just a shortcut for multiplication. It's easier to write 10 to the third than writing 10 times 10 times 10. Imagine we have b to some, where e is your exponent and your b is your base. Okay, so if you have 10 to the third, 3 would be your exponent, 10 would be your base. If you have 2 to the fourth, 4 would be your exponent, 2 would be your base. If you ever see some number a raised to let's say an m being multiplied with that same number raised to another number n, all you have to do is rewrite your base raised to the power m plus n. Let me give you an example. You have 2 to the third times 2 to the second. Well, that's just going to be 2 because we rewrite our base and we add up the exponents. 3 plus 2, which equals 2 to x to the third times x to the fourth. Well, they have the same base, therefore I know my answer is going to be x to the 3 plus 4, which is just equal to x to the 7th. Okay, so anytime you're multiplying the same base, all you have to do is add up the exponents. Second rule, if you have some base raised to an exponent and then that itself is being raised to another exponent, that is equal to a to the m times n. Let's say I have xy squared raised to the third power. This 3 is going to be distributed into each one of the terms inside of this parenthesis to yield the following: x to the 1 times 3 times y to the 2 times 3. This is just the same as x to the third times y to the 6. What if you have a to the m divided by a to the n? The rule says you're going to have a, because they're the same base, raised to the m minus n. Essentially, you're going to be subtracting the exponents, the top exponent minus the bottom exponent. Let's say I have 2 to the third divided by 2 to the second. Well, the rule tells me that's just going to be 2 to the 3 minus 2. 2 to the 3 minus 2 is just 2 to the 1. 2 to the first is just 2. Let's try another example. I have x to the 7 over x to the 9. If I have something like this, my rule says write down your base. My base is the x. And then subtract the exponents. 7 minus 9. The top one minus the bottom one. So 7 minus 9 is just x to the negative 2. The next rule, it says the following. If I have a to the negative n, that's just the same as saying 1 over a to the n. Let's say I have 2 to the 3. 2 to the negative 3. Well, that, according to my rule, number 4, says that's 1 over 2 to the third power. If I'm giving x to the negative 3, that's the same as saying 1 over x to the third. All I'm doing is following the rules of exponents. The next rule I'm going to talk to you guys about is going to be also very important. Any number raised to the 0 power is equal to 2 to the 0. That's just 1. 5 to the 0. That's just 1. X to the 0. That's just 1. It doesn't matter what you have, as long as it's not 0, you're going to be able to get 1 when you raise it to the exponent 0. I could have x squared plus 1 minus y raised to the 0. That's just equal to 1. Any number raised to the 0 power is going to be equal to 1. Stay math bound, and remember, Math doesn't have to be a problem. Take care. We'll see you next time.